not gonna do an intro, but I guess we're here. So just jump on the treadmill. It's about 8:30 now. I have 35 minutes, 6 times a week at the moment. So that's what we're doing now. And then we're gonna do a little bit of stretches. I normally relax a little bit before going into my first meal, which I'm just excited to bring you guys along today. So come on and stay tuned for the video. Yeah, so my incline right now is pretty high, it's pretty steep. I do 8 incline and 3.1 miles per hour. It's not super fast, but it's more incline. Instead of starting prep with like a 3.3 speed and then go 3.5 and then 4.5. I normally never go more incline than like 5 all the way through prep, and that's very rare, like if that's when we're trying to really dig in. But right now I just feel like my calorie expenditure is just better when I do this. But joint-wise, it can be strenuous if you're like repeating that step over and over again. Then I lower the speed and I turn around, same incline, and I just step backwards, obviously holding myself. And yeah, it's just good for your motor pattern. I think that's how they call it. I'm gonna grab a mat and we're gonna go do our pre-prep exercises. I worked on this with my Pilates instructor. So it's more like pressure points, working our spine, reflexes, stuff like that. She can explain it to you better than I do, obviously. But I'll show you. What would be perfect here is just to have like red light therapy, little bubble. I could just relax. Even though I'm hungry right now, I don't want to go eat right away because your nervous system is so like fight or flight. You want to calm the nervous system, and that's really helping with my posture right now. Even my lower back, just keep everything open and breathing. So now I'm just getting pressure points into my feet. So I thought it was like a whole stretching situation because when I'm pushing all the way up, it hurts, but it opens your hip. It's fantastic. So I'm doing forefoot, midfoot, lower feet with my feet open, and I think that's pronation. No, that's supination actually. Of the feet, I think. And then I go pronation with my feet inside, and I do the same thing. Forefoot, midfoot, and lower foot. And I just try to push the bar. And again, it's not necessarily like a stretch, but it does help so much with your lower back and just releasing it. But I can't even breathe. It's painful. It's so painful. It looks like nothing, but the pain is like in the soul. In the soul. Just the dorsiflexion. Like this ankle. Do it. We're gonna go hip with shoulder blades and connect both sides. Your body's all connected, crisscross like this. So we want to make sure that that's gonna help our bracing. It's also gonna engage the core. So there's my leg is a little bit bigger on this side, just because I engage more in my glutes. It's not necessarily connected to my hip flexors and my abs. So my legs takes the load completely, but it makes my hip flexors overwork. So I always start to feel it more on this leg. So that's why like connecting on both sides is really important. And it explains why, because I've been posing for the last 10 years on this side. So everything is kind of like not coordinated, whereas this side is really, it's a lot better. I think you'll see. All 10 times. Ground. Like pressure, hands in, shoulders above the wrist. So mobility work. Okay. I used to never do it, but it made such a difference in just the way that my muscle are looking. So I do all the body work. I obviously do all the training, but when it comes to mobility, I was like just on the back burner, just do it when I'm really, really hurt. And it's so hard to do it when you're hurt. So now that I am less hurting, I'm really trying to keep this into my routine. And it just makes me cool down, and I really start to enjoy it, just how open I am and how it makes a difference to my movement and recruitment of your muscle, right? Like if you're not mobile somewhere, it's a muscle that you can't necessarily activate and then grow and work into hypertrophy training. So it goes right in hand. It doesn't have to be long. I feel for me, 10-15 minutes overall is really good. And then whatever you saw Pilates wise, I've started about maybe 2.5 months ago now. And for me, it changed my whole body composition as far as inflammation goes. So obviously it changed also with my training. You'll see the way that we train is a lot different than your typical bodybuilding training, I would say. For me, it's still bodybuilding, obviously, because it's targeted to my goals. But my goals now are way different than when I first started competing, obviously. So with that being said, being 29 years old, but also being 10 years into this sport, there's things that you can't really overlook to really be the best in the world. So for me, mobility is part of it. Pilates now is part of it, and like my little routine that are really targeted to me and my journey and my imbalances and my issues that I've developed over time. So now we're ready to eat. I'm calm, I'm relaxed, I'm mobile, and then we're gonna go to Pilates today. That's why my cool down and stretch was a little bit shorter than it normally is, because I know she's gonna kick my ass today.
Okay, so now I want you to squeeze my hands with your feet. Okay, so now I want you to find the connection between the foot and your inner thigh when you squeeze. Nice, 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 nice. Keep that resistance, keep activating through the foot, into the inner thighs, into the abdominals, deep abdominal muscles. Press against me with both feet, and I'll just hold. Nice. Tell me, what are you feeling right now?
Everything, glutes, core.
Do you feel the activation of the back muscles right now?
I do, yeah. All the way here.
Great. Core activation. Okay. We're going into that. And then we're going to go on the reformer. Okay. So on the reformer, I'm going to work really on that activity here. Connection of the legs in the core, arms in the core, head in the chest in the core, and the pelvis and the tailbone to the core. Yeah. So I'm going to go a little deeper than we did last time. So we got this.
I was like, this is going to kill me.
No, it's going to be great. Yeah. It's going to be so good. Okay, so let me grab the weights.
Okay. It's so hard. I hit failure on there last Tuesday. I was like, I genuinely couldn't lift anymore. It's crazy. I feel it all the way here. So when we first started, I mean, we already had maybe like 32 sessions together, like almost 48. But this, like, she would just move it and nothing would happen with the rest of the leg. And now it's like everything moves together. And yeah, it's very interesting how it changed.
It's double that.
I know, I don't even know how
it's double. Oh no, we're just getting started. We're just getting started now. Okay, so slowly, in this position, we're going to open the knees and the elbows at the same time. Reach back with the head. And I'm going to slowly close them at the same time. The head is straight back. And again, slowly open the elbows and the knees at the same time. Reach back with your head. How does that feel on your shoulders? Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the feet a little bit higher. So now as you inhale, I want your tailbone to curl up. Elbows are squeezing against the knees. Contract the abdominals, inhale deeper. Pull your tummy away from my hand. The tailbone to already start moving in opposite direction. Go. So the head and the tailbone are moving in opposite direction. Slowly, we're going to open the elbows and the knees at the same time. Hold it right there. Take a deep breath in. How does that feel? And what do you feel? Great. And exhale, 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 exhale. Touch. And now slowly go back. Open the knees slowly. Hold it right there. Don't move the legs anymore. Stay right there. Tip your head back. All the way open the elbows. Deep breath in. Inhale. As you exhale, start curling up. Chin to your chest. Curl the tailbone and the head are moving towards each other. Come on, go. Touch the elbows and the knees. Go, 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 go. And now slowly go back. 1, 2. So this is activation of the neurological reflex that really connects your neck muscles, your arms, and your abdominals. And again, pull. Keep going, Lauralie. 7. Pull the abdominals a little bit deeper. 8. And go. Pull with your hands. 9. And go. 10. 5 more. And go. 4. Even more. 5. And go. 6. Even more. 7. And go. 8. 9. 10. Hold it there. Now tiny little pulses. Even more. 4. 5. Lift. 6. Even more. 7. 8. Lift. 9. Yep. 10 more. Lift. Chest up a little bit more. 1. And go. 2. And lift up. Lift up. 5.
Just have some sense of balance.
Yeah.
I know so the last few weeks are always
Is it okay that I'm poking?
Yeah.
if you ever
I think we're about right here.
Well, you said what, 6 centimeters up and then put it across? This is
What are we
the
doing
V.
now?
Can you push your toe into the ground, Laura?
We're measuring. What?
Push your toe into the ground
Okay.
like you're going to do a pose or something. I just want to see you flex your glute medius. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
We're doing. Oh my god, I forgot. We're measuring muscle. How do
Muscle
you-
thickness?
Muscle thickness.
Using B-mode ultrasound.
Using B-mode ultrasound.
Yeah, it's the gold standard to measure someone's muscle thickness. So all the research that looks at muscle hypertrophy, if it's good research, it'll use this method. So yeah, to get Lauralie's measurements, this is awesome.
Yeah, so we're doing this now that I'm 17.5 weeks off from the Olympia. Then we're gonna see each other again in Tampa, which would bring us to what, 12 weeks out maybe from the Olympia, around that time.
Yeah.
And then again after the Olympia, or at the Olympia if you
At the
guys are
Olympia,
coming,
oh, yeah.
you know? Yeah. So
I think, yeah, that would be great.
yeah, I think that would be really cool. So I've never really done that testing, so I'm like, I trust them both when it comes to being accurate with science stuff. I'm more on the flow games, whatever, but we'll see. It's gonna be my very first time just monitoring things.
Have we done belly button as well, or are you gonna do?
I just go next to the middle.
Okay, cool.
Normally up to the muscle fat interface. So
You've
that
got a
bicep would be
277 bicep.
2.777.
Girl, we're the same. We're twinsies. I'm 2'7".
What is this? 2.7 is a what?
Centimeters.
Centimeters.
If you look across the
Multiply.
muscle belly, you can see that the muscle gets bigger as you go down.
Yeah, so this is the inner face. Here, here.
So if we measured your bicep where it's the biggest, probably somewhere around there. We're gonna be
It's twins.
What's a
we
square
could both
root
be
is?
next to the image. I feel like
Put your heads in there.
Oh, and shoulders.
Yeah. You want to do all three of us shoulder after this, Sam? I think that would be really cool to look at the difference in.
That's wellness. Wellness would be, yeah. Okay, that's cool.
how'd it go?
Yeah, no, really good. I mean, it's my first time having tests like that, so we'll see. I think that's just like the starting point. And then obviously the goal is to maintain, not really grow because that's not what the judges want, right? But we could add a little bit of like 0.5. I would be really happy with that. But it's just kind of, it will be interesting to see how you can grow in a deficit, right? Like that would be obviously ultimately one of the things that would demystify
Yeah. Well, and it's really cool. So we're about to conduct a study at USF later this year, which is going to help like advance this specific area. Because number one, we don't have data on like lean individuals like Lauralie and like other competitors. So it's kind of a really unique, unknown area for research. So we can't take science and say, okay, this is what this person needs to do for their prep because we don't know. And then the other thing that we don't have a good amount of data on is how much muscle can you grow in a deficit when you are lean. So most of the research is in like normal weight or overweight individuals. And then the few studies that we have that look at people either in a deficit, at maintenance, or in a small surplus where they're measuring hypertrophy, muscle growth outcomes, they're using indirect methods of muscle growth, which is a DEXA scan, or they're using bioelectrical impedance, and they can't really distinguish the difference between like fat tissue and non-fat tissue. So that'll capture changes in like water, glycogen storage. So, you know, Lauralie could go and have a DEXA scan this morning. If she eats a bunch of carbs, has a few glasses of, I don't know, some kind of juice or whatever, she can go back in later and it's going to skew the data because it changes her fluid status. So unfortunately, all of the data that we have so far in research doesn't use direct methods to measure changes in hypertrophy. So we're going to do both in females on the glutes and the shoulders.
I love it.
So
I love it.
Lauralie was in town.
I'm really excited about this. So thank you for bringing it, the machine.
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool. And like you said, I mean, I'm journaling everything. I know you do journal like all of your stuff, but I do too. Like now, I did that last prep and I did now. So even if you want to go even deeper on like the food, because who knows? Who's like when you really conduct the studies, people cheat all the time. You know, like who knows? Like even if there's this study, they didn't have a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? But for us,
And that's the thing,
there's so much at stake.
It's all participant reported, self-reported in a lot of the studies, and part of it is because they can't get a full-time dietitian or they can't get a full-time coach to do weekly check-ins like you are now with our clients, or that we certainly do as athletes. Yeah,
That's good stuff.
good stuff.
That's really good stuff. Alright guys, we're getting ready to work out some glutes today. So today is upper glute focus.
Yo, what the f is up, YouTube? F that shit. I don't think Miss Olympia needs an introduction. Right?
Right.
Especially if you have. Take off your shoes. What the fuck is that shit? Look at those fucking.
They're not that bad.
They're grandma shoes.
They're not.
They're horrible. You get those at the discount store.
We actually did.
discount-
I actually did the Nike.
The Nike discount outlet. So what are you doing right now?
We're doing.
You know the cues. We already know about exercise. It's all typical.
Oh.
What are the cues that you're doing?
I'm pushing my head into the pad.
The front of your head or the back of your
The
head?
back of.
Okay, they just need to know the details.
Oh, okay. Because they don't see it.
No.
And then
They might not.
pushing my thighs against the pads to open.
Are you using your feet or are you just using the thighs?
Mostly the thighs.
Oh. And if you want, you can press down with your feet too, right? Bam! So when you're doing a seated hip abduction and your legs are coming off, you're actually going into hip extension. So you guys can take advantage of that too. Let that fuck with your mind now. Yeah. And then you can shove your head into the fucking pad and target your upper glutes. How is that possible? There's two ends to it. The joint, the foot, the head. Shove. Right, babe? Yes!
I didn't even hear.
Exactly. Telepathic.
Focused. I'm focused. Holly! Your turn.
Very trained. 4. Pretend like you amputated your feet and then just shove
Hell yeah.
gradually through the thighs into the pad.
I'm
Keep
working.
shoving your head and your back into the pad.
Stable pelvis.
There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go.
Yep.
3 more, no. 3 fucking more. Keep pushing it. And 2 more. I got you. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you see? Feels great, right? Yeah.
So difficult to like do it really tempo control.
This ain't tempo, this is control. Just control. Got that. And then 1, 2, control back in. And rotate your feet. Go. Yes. I got you, baby. I got you. Keep going. 1, 2, one more. Yeah.
When you think you're done, you're not done.
Keep going.
That was an epic set.
What?
Right, you're up, girl.
What did I do?
You're training.
Oh, yeah.
The best.
Chin up versus tilt the chin up are two different things. Lauralie, she works better tilt the chin up. No, not the feet, babe. I got you. Rest. 2 more. There you go. Slowly.
I thought my bra was gonna pop. I could hear the little zipper.
Really?
Yeah.
That would have been great.
A little flash action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have like tender forearms from this set. You're bracing her, like she braced herself well, and she has her like shoulders down and head down. So yeah, that was a good set. I like that one. Good job.
Now you could add the rest.
Yeah, I see that.
You see how smooth it is? No bouncing, just all control. Matt, there you go.
Hey, give me that extra. Like, if I don't. Nice.
Shove more. There you go. 1,
Rip it out.
2, go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9. 1 more. One more.
Good job.
Now fucking explosive. Just bounce it. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good job,
9.
girl.
One more. Slowly bring it in. Slowly.
Good job.
So you had that catch.
Yeah. And then this one's up like that for the extension. And she's shoving the top of her head in here so that it's connected with the upper glute. And then her pelvis is in a neutral position with her spine. So everything's aligned. Her spine is in a full back position and she's utilizing her upper glute for this specific weird kickback. You see that?
Yeah.
Bam! Turn the ass off.
Study, babe. You add this one to the glute study?
Yeah, I mean, these have
Find your favorite.
Alright, so we just got done with the abduction machine and now we're going into my new favorite variation of kickback. So this version of the kickback is a lot different. So we're shorting the kinetic chain, I would say. I really just want to solely focus on this little part of my glute. So there's really no point for me to go through this whole motion. So it's a very controlled, intentional motion. We strictly want to target not the glute med, it's more of the upper middle part. So you're gonna see like my body is twisted towards the cable that is pulling straight towards me. So I almost have like a pronation, like an internal rotation of the hip, and then I'm kicking just straight out into an external, not external rotation, sorry, in a hip extension. And then if I would want, I would go in a external rotation, but the goal is to really like keep it from internal rotation to
about the muscle fibers.
like a full hip extension, strictly at the femur point,
This stuff.
which we need
There you
that
go, there you go, there you go.
spine neutral. But let's focus on elbow setting Holly up because you need the intention. You need to understand.
Tricep extension into the back rib. Shoulder press with the other hand there.
There you go.
Soften up the left knee a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. Yup.
Beautiful.
Heading change.
Right there.
Bam! Bang your knee.
Yeah, bending your hip. Touch one. There you go. Beautiful. Yep.
One.
Nice, Holly. Keep pushing the head, chin up, nice. Beautiful. Good. Good, Holly. Bring that pelvis back straight. Yeah, keep it there.
Right there. Live.
Beautiful. Keep it straight. Come on. Good. You got 5 more. Be in it. Chin up.
Nope.
Yep. Push. Beautiful. 4 more. Push hard.
Bend the knee on the ground. There you go.
Good. Nice, Holly. Come on. Your hamstrings are
How do I have words for that?
Your hamstrings are crazy.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's funny, you never say like you're posterior chain when you train. That's always, I always get impressed when when you're a few days out from show and you see your back for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is what that looks like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, I'm we stay same weight over here.
Oh, okay.
You change the. This ankle out, and then the toe in. Right there, right there. Nice. Chest up. Go. Toe. Sound like you're pulling the back grip towards the back of the arm. Yeah. Pulling it. Shove. You're trying to do a reverse hug towards me. Explosive. Forget about the lower leg and just shove the hamstring. There's the hamstring right there. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2. One more. Does guys make fun of them or something? Like kickbacks? Oh, you can't roll a bunch of kickbacks? Is that what they say? Yeah? 2 more. Last one. Good.
Good job. You would never think
Think what?
that one little
Oh.
could take you out. It's all the bracing because we're engaging everything. Stay calm with it. Come close with it. Set number 2 with our second leg. So we're going right leg first, she goes next, and then we go left leg, and then she goes next. So you have that rest period. You can also do that whenever you do any single leg exercise. You can actually rest in between legs. Just gotta catch up your breath, like any fatigue, and you might have to really go the same intensity on the other leg.
change the quality.
Only second exercise.
A lot of people coming out knowing how to create different frequencies. They're making fucking money. Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
I only have 2 lower body days. 1 leg and then 1 upper glute. That's it. That's it. And Kim was like, you gotta chill on the volume of the glutes. I'm like,
We're only doing it twice. Once.
1. It's 1 glute, then second is like, yeah. And then with that part,
That's a
you can like,
process.
So you get a bigger stretch in your glutes.
Where's that? Let's
yeah, it's
see.
like almost like a hip extension. Like,
Looks like some German stuff.
Yeah. They have some
Cool machine out there.
Yeah, good machines out there.
it might be that, but let's see a little bit of not that.
Big.
The textbook definition of supine lying
Actual
production,
line,
actual lying.
production. All the other machines, they're incline, not line. Good machine out there.
That's more.
Woo! Woo! Boom! Guys in. Now,
Relax.
I'm gonna make one of these.
You stay here all day.
Sam and I like to stretch my couch. Ooh, yeah.
like I told you, at the top, with the so like at the top, you want to shove with your toe, and then it's going to shove your back of your traps and your shoulders into the barbell, and then boom, up the glutes.
Alright, so keeping good contact with the bar.
Yeah, so you want to like pretend like you're shoving.
Alright, so we're jumping into squats. Supersetting that with the partials lying abduction machine. We're gonna do 3 working set. We're going straight into our working set right now.
I'll put your butt back. And shove into the barbell.
Like at the end, just keep on pressing with your toes, like.
Chin up. Press.
So there's constant tension on your core. Yeah.
And then relax your thighs. Let them like relax inward, like just fall in and come down. And then press. Don't push your butt back. Tibia are in line. Don't elbow and arms to the knee at all whatsoever. But you have to press on the thing from the foot instead of the heel and shove yourself back. All that stuff.
Take a little nap.
Up. Down. Shove your traps. 2 more. Shove with your fucking feet, babe. Shove. 1 more. Back. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. Rack.
And that's that on the squats. And we're probably gonna finish with some RDLs, but nothing that serious. Just maybe like 2 sets of submachine RDLs. Get a little bit of hamstrings. I get a little bit of upper glutes too on my RDL. You just have to keep pressing the ground away. And because you're on this machine, you can really like extend the leg completely. If you cut that on my Pilates class, you're able to press with your big toe all the way to the top of your RDLs, not squeezing, but keep on pressing on your RDLs. You're able to get just a little bit of the hip extension being static on the floor. So again, hip extension is femur going away, like What's the word in English?
I missed it.
Past. It's femur past your pelvis. Behind. Behind. That's a word I was having below in my head. It's behind your pelvis. So if you keep pressing with your big toe, you end up having your femur behind your pelvis. And that's what we're trying to achieve. So you can do that on the RDLs, which makes you feel your upper glute, especially if you keep your chin up like this. I feel it right now, just doing it straight.
Bring the back foot closer to the ram. Yep. And shove the heel forward. Yeah! Keep going!
Wait, what?
I got you, man. One more. Switch legs.
So did you do a regular set there with drop set on single leg, or did you just do single leg?
No, I did this squat, and then it was like this split squat.
Okay, alright.
And that's a wrap for today's workout. I hope you guys enjoy this whole video. I'd love to have you here. My boy Carlos here is gonna be here monthly, twice a month. So if you guys want to see anything else from this Olympia, please let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you in a couple days. Love you guys. Bye.